Bene amici di Tech.net, siamo qui dal vivo per parlare dell'evento LG dove presenteranno il G3, che scusate ho sbagliato all'inizio, ormai vedendo video su YouTube si sbaglia facilmente.
Stavo vedendo un altro gara.
Comunque è iniziato l'evento LG G3, purtroppo ci scusiamo per il ritardo, ma abbiamo dovuto sistemare alcune cose. Prima di iniziare voglio spiegare una cosa: l'evento era stato programmato alle 6, però alle 6:30 era stato spostato per problemi tecnici con YouTube, non ci sono arrivati e alle 7 va bene, era partito sul sito comunque e per problemi ora è iniziato alle 7, quindi dando le chiacchiere va bene, va bene, quindi apriamo, stiamo prendendo, scusa, non dobbiamo fare pubblicità, quindi aspettate un attimo perché va bene. Allora siamo pronti, quindi iniziamo, ci colleghiamo direttamente, lo seguiamo, commentiamo.
A Londra, ok.
As they contain a multitude of complex technologies. So, is it really possible to make all that simpler?
Right. Smartphones rely more on complicated technologies. However,
tanto per un cappelletto produttivo stanno facendo le domande a questo tizio, che non so se sia il presidente o qualche altro tizio di persona, ma sta parlando molto.
Are there any ways of getting things done more simply?
Sul mezzo e sul palco ci sono sempre cinesi,
how has LG the consumers actually want?
The best technology must be something intuitive. So we obsessed about the concept of simplicity. We went back to the basics and tried to find a way to get more with less effort. It sounds cool, but it was a big challenge, of course.
I believe
a simple matter.
Okay.
As a smarter person once said, simple is to be great. This resonated with us more than ever and became the essence of G3.
I can sense a real confidence and strong conviction in your voice, and I can't wait to see how LG has taken the idea of smartphone simple and turned it into reality. So Dr. Wu, would you be kind enough to introduce the new LG G3 to our guests?
Of course. It would be my great pleasure to show you our latest innovation.
A commentare l'evento con i blog. Quindi siamo gli unici che facciamo le gestioni.
Vabbè, vediamo.
Bellissimo.
Sì, era come prima.
Sì, guarda. Ma dove è stretto? Lo sto facendo.
Londra.
Quando lo sto facendo. Questi ragazzi. Il contadino sempre ci... Ok, eccolo lì. La parte si vede bene come già sapevamo. Questi sono questi colori? Non lo so.
No, sono così.
Ok, eccolo qua. Però il tiene sono belle.
Oh, la funzionalità della fotocamera?
Ecco di dietro.
Si vede, si è visto un pochettino l'innovazione avanti. Vabbè, insomma, bianco, blu, rosso.
No, lei ci passa.
Stazione delle
mani, parte dietro. Qui davanti mi piace molto la scritta. Super comodo. Ecco qua, LG G3.
Semplice in uno smartphone. Un nuovo smartphone. Quindi Ed è lo smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is LG G3.
Wow, that was certainly worth waiting for. Now, Dr. Wu, I'm sure the audience would like to learn more about what G3, what kind of smart does LG G3 simplicity provide to the consumer?
Simplicity is built into every aspect of G3. LG G3.
Allora, posso dire che era come avevo visto dal... già sapevamo quasi tutti questo LG G3.
Sì, infatti, in pratica era stato annunciato.
Allora, il quad HD, display quad HD.
Insomma, è in 4K il display.
So, in comparison to conventional mobiles,
HD.
what is
Capisco ricevete cos'è sto 4?
È il Full HD, il 4K, è il 2K, display 2K.
easier?
Taking pictures is a good example. G3 is impressive.
Ah, la cosa, il laser, il laser.
Laser or focus gives you perfect images, even in the blink
Capire
of an eye.
That is very impressive. And the innovative camera feature certainly sounds like a big win for people who really enjoy their photography. Can you tell me a little bit more about the design? Because I'm sure you'll all agree it is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. The minimalist design of
Un design minimale, questo è pure credo
LG's emphasis on making things simpler. And when you hold G3, it feels just perfect in your hands because there's no buttons on the side.
So what kind of simplicity can we expect from the LG G3's user experience?
G3 is smarter, more organized, and offers recommendations even before you ask. For example, it can tell you if you need an umbrella before you go to work.
And living in London.
Ed è scritto in una lista che noi vedevamo
Very
dalla
good
parte
illustration
poi,
of LG means simple is the new smart. What is it that you would like everyone watching today to take away from this presentation?
Simplicity. Simplicity. Your life will be simpler with G3. And your life will be even smarter with G3. In other words, simple is the new smart.
It is indeed. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, Dr. Wu. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, let's spend some time getting to know more about what makes LG G3 such a unique smartphone. Our next speaker will tell us more about G3's unique core technologies.
Sarà il primo spot. Metallic Screen. In pratica la cava 13 megapixel e il doppio flash è diverso.
No, non abbiamo visto.
Hanno
cambiato.
Certo, capito un po'.
Ah, questa può essere una buona idea. Regolare.
Uno stile flat.
Una specie di copia di cazzo. Non è giusto di vuoto. Molto stereo. Blu, rosso, oro, bianco, nero. Le decorazioni principali saranno belle, ma arriveranno più.
Comunque si è passato
Ecco, aspetta, ecco qua.
sulla semplicità. Comunque se vedo il professore che non si vedrà, comunque si è basato sulla semplicità, appunto hanno cambiato.
No, ma che bello, con l'entrata
Sì.
fanno esattamente. Ci saranno una marea di
Questo è James Marshall, produttore mobile.
My privilege tonight to introduce LG's latest and greatest achievements, as brought to life through the new G3. The G3 is the culmination of LG's learning from you approach. In designing this flagship handset, we kept in mind a very important consumer insight. That is, people want advanced technology, but only if it is simple to use and provides a clear benefit in their everyday lives. Consumers simply don't have time for unnecessary complexity. So, we introduced our most advanced technologies in the LG G3, while still providing a simplified user experience. Of course, there are many great features that I could talk about, but tonight, given that we're talking about G3, I would like to introduce just 3 core technologies: its display, camera, and design. My colleague Andy worked on 3 key user experiences.
Let's take
a look at the G3's industry-leading display technology. As we all know, display technology is advancing at an astonishing rate. From HD to Full HD and beyond, consumers have come to expect ever clearer, increasingly vivid images. And as an industry, we're striving to satisfy consumers' appetite for a better viewing experience. However, there's one common misunderstanding within the smartphone industry. There's a misconception that the human eye can only distinguish differences in display quality up to around 300 ppi. However, this is not the case. The human eye can, in fact, discern differences in display quality above this measure. And this is a fact which is already understood in the printing industry. Today, what they consider the best print quality is what LG has achieved with the introduction of its first Quad HD display, as seen in the G3. In fact, there are 3 reasons why the G3's Quad HD display redefines what we mean by real. 3 reasons to believe why LG offers the best display quality with real user benefits. First, let's think a bit about display resolution. What you see right now is an HD quality image. If we look at the same image in Full HD, it looks like this. Clearly, you can see the differences between these 2 images. At 5.5 inches, the HD image is 269 ppi, and the Full HD image is 403. If it were true that the human eye could only discern differences in display quality up to a maximum of 300 ppi, then you wouldn't be able to notice these differences in clarity and sharpness between the images shown. And let's take it one step further. Here is an image from the G3's Quad HD display. You can see the crispness and the clarity. At 538 ppi, 4 times higher than standard HD.
Quindi ricordiamo non ha 300
The G3
ppi,
offers class leading.
ne ha 538.
But how have we managed to squeeze this number of pixels into the limited space available on a smartphone display? Well, LG has reduced the size of each individual pixel by 44% compared to the average pixel size of a full HD display, thereby achieving a higher screen resolution for any given display size. And of course, we have a wealth of experience and expertise in manufacturing displays. We've used all of this to incorporate true-to-life Quad HD display technology into a smartphone, ahead of any other major player. But back to the point. We all know that the pixel count is only one part of the picture. Here we have two different types of full HD smartphone display. One is a full HD AMOLED and the other is a full HD IPS. People generally believe that full HD is full HD, but as you can see, not all full HD displays were created equal. Now, let's bring the G3's Quad HD display into play. Again, the difference is absolutely clear. The Quad HD display contains more than 11 million subpixels, which is nearly twice that of a full HD IPS display, almost 3 times greater than a full HD AMOLED display. As a result, with G3, you're able to view images that are sharper, crisper, clearer than any of its major competitors, and with more realistic color reproduction. And these are the type of moments, these are the memories and sights that can all be shown in the finest of details on the G3's Quad HD display. And with that high-resolution display, this is the first reason for the G3 display redesigned for real. All well and good, but you may be thinking about power consumption. To incorporate a high-resolution display on a smartphone, it's essential that the battery technology is just as innovative. Full HD displays are estimated to consume 10 to 20% more power than HD smartphone displays. After all, if more pixels are being processed, it's understandable that the battery will consume more power. And with the step change to G3's Quad HD display, it's natural to assume that there will be even more of a power drain. And certainly, that might be the case for other Quad HD smartphone displays. But G3 has been designed to optimize battery consumption in various usage cases. We call this 3A, or adaptive optimization. Effectively, it means that there are 3 ways in which the G3's battery consumption can be enhanced, depending on how you're using your phone's display. The net result being the battery of G3 is about 20% more efficient as a result of these improvements. Firstly, by using adaptive frame rate, unnecessary energy consumption can be minimized. When you're looking at a still image, for instance, the display uses less energy than a standard Quad HD display would. Secondly, adaptive clocking reduces battery consumption through CPU clock optimization. And lastly, adaptive timing control. That really helps to optimize display energy consumption. So, with G3, there is simply no compromise. A stunning display every day. And this is the second reason why it redefines real. Not only a stunning display, but a real step forward in display technology. The third reason, well, that's more about big screen without the bulb. For a big screen smartphone, say with a 5.7-inch screen, is around 18 millimeters, noticeably wider than that of a device with a display close to 5 inches. No big surprise, therefore, that these larger screen devices are considered bulky, uncomfortable to hold. G3, on the other hand, because of its narrow bezel and class-leading screen ratio, succeeds in squeezing the screen into a form factor that is closer in terms of width to a 5-inch smartphone. The benefits of big screen within a form factor.
Ci sta facendo mostrare l'ottimizzazione tra bordi e schermo.
I mentioned this class-leading screen ratio. A closer look shows that at 5.5 inches, the G3 has a screen ratio of more than 76%, meaning more of the front face of the phone is dedicated to the display. And this, in turn, means that it sits comfortably in your hand and is extremely easy to grip. No wonder, then, that we talk about simply real. Simply the best display quality with real user benefits. And picture quality so true that it looks like you're there.
How to enjoy 4x HD quality with LG G3. Just watch. Quad HD display, 4 times the resolution of HD. Simple is the new smart. LG G3.
Let's move on to the G3's next major breakthrough, its camera. Not so long ago, we all focused on the number of megapixels in our digital cameras. Now, though, we understand that the higher megapixel count is not the sole contributor to good quality photos. Moreover, we know that it's more about capturing that special moment. Our learning from you research showed that we as consumers get frustrated when we miss that special moment. We want a smartphone camera that can shoot quality pictures, yes, but fast and without fail. So we at LG listened and reflected those desires in our G3 camera. Again, let's break down the breakthrough camera on G3 into 3 component parts. Firstly, in order to never miss a moment, fast autofocus is essential. And it doesn't get much faster than laser technology. A first of its kind in any smartphone, the LG G3 features laser autofocus. Similar in terms of technology to the radar guns that police officers use to measure car speed. To date, this technology is rarely incorporated even into digital cameras. It can only be found in high-end SLRs. And to give you an idea of just how fast laser technology is,
Questo focus dice forse
276
0,276 secondi.
It will take a millisecond. By comparison, it takes a pedestrian 300 milliseconds for a brain signal to reach the hand,
riesce a catturare
and the
forse
same amount of time
per meglio.
for the human eye to blink. So
Rispetto a quello
I'd be underselling it if I were to say that the G3's camera focuses in the blink of an eye. Incorporating this laser technology in the G3, we can achieve noticeably faster autofocus speeds compared to conventional smartphones which use solutions such as phase detection autofocus. You can see on the screen here that this achieves noticeably faster first find of the subject, and you'll be able to experience this for yourselves when we move to the exhibition zone a little later
secondi riesce a mettere foto.
But that's not all. Simple being the new smart means that once we've introduced more advanced camera, we've also simplified the process of actually capturing those special moments. Rather than focusing on the subject and then pressing the shutter button, we simplify this 2-step process into 1. All you need to do is touch the area you want to capture. It's that simple. Of course, even with a single step, you might still end up with a blurry photo if the camera isn't steady. And actually, given the type of snapshots that you're generally taking on the move, that's quite a common occurrence, but no longer an excuse. G3's enhanced OIS Plus technology, with a 20% improvement in camera shake compensation.
Questa tecnologia
blurry photos a thing of the past. And the G3 camera, amazing at taking photos on the fly. Laser fast. The camera itself is just the first component of the G3 camera story. A second highlight is that it makes selfies simple. Let's face it, we're all at it. Around the world, we're obsessed with selfies. And believe it or not, in 2013, the Oxford English Dictionary named selfie as the word of the year. William Shakespeare will be turning in his grave. And we're not self-conscious about where we take selfies. By their very nature, we're often taking this type of photos indoors under challenging light conditions. And this is why LG decided to revamp camera for optimal performance, and make sure that the front camera
Dicendo che la fotocamera ottiene
is
performance.
superior for selfies, the ultimate
Questi
selfie.
selfie.
How? Well, we succeeded in enlarging the image sensor, increasing the number of lenses to ensure better image quality and improved resolution. We're also making it easier to actually take a selfie. Simply raising your
Vedete
hand to the
selfie con
camera
una mano,
signifies
puoi
ready to take
indicare.
your photo. The camera then counts down, giving you time to
Quello che io ti ho
take
fatto un gesto, ti ho fatto così.
Sì, tipo i soliti gesti che si fanno con il pollice,
sì.
con le due
And
dita,
this is the
lui fa
second
l'autoscatto
reason
automatico.
of the G3
Sì,
camera.
è bello, bello.
And let's not
Cosa
forget about video.
carina.
It's a
Vedete
third of our
anche
G3 camera
come
corner.
si vede direttamente.
As you can imagine, the G3's camera is as adept at recording movies as it is at
Non
taking
so comunque quel
photos.
laser che effetti potrebbe fare.
It also addresses an often
Ma
overlooked
so c'è da
aspect of
attenzionare
video recording,
allora.
and that is audio quality.
Questo laser potrebbe anche
Consumers can
può essere
experience
con
high quality
telefono
audio
virtuale.
during phone
Potrebbe
conversations,
essere
while listening to music, and obviously when filming or watching movies. As well as more microphones, G3 also offers improved mic quality,
Vorrei vedere
as well as
aspetto
enhanced
avanti del
speakers
sistema
with sound.
operativo
All
è
introduced
stato
so that G3
migliorato.
gives a richer and clearer audio experience. On top of that, if you shoot video
Ma
at a noise
che era di plastica.
not that I
Perché
go
questo è
into
anche di
many of
plastica, è
those
solo
days,
che
the G3 quickly assess the ambient noise levels and automatically choose the best setting for sound recording. Let's have a listen.
si vede vedere il suono.
Ecco, riprende il suono.
Sì, questo registra. Certo è un po' più pulito inizialmente.
So with G3, the audio quality whilst filming is simply music to your ears. And this is the third reason why you'll be amazed by its camera, whether capturing the everyday or the extraordinary. And don't forget,
Vedi i vari suoni della natura.
capturing all of that in quad HD quality. Put another way, the G3's camera lets you be the director of your own quad HD movie. So, that's a snapshot of the G3 camera. Amazing photos from a smartphone camera that makes it quick and simple to capture your special moments.
Se fai vedere penso un
How to take a
filmato.
picture like a pro with LG
Questi qua saranno
G3.
poi accompagnati ovviamente.
Just shoot.
In televisione saranno.
Amazing action for instant focus.
Questo laser autofocus,
For a perfect picture.
quindi direttamente toccando questa funzione che il definitore nessuno ha messo in atto, che toccando direttamente la fotocamera si può fare una foto.
Technology of G3 that
Senza aspettare che si sia l'autofocus. Parliamo il design.
Vediamo se a me è lo stesso, si è cambiato un po' di sotto.
A me piace di più.
Sì, sì, di sotto è un po' più pulito. Così.
we believe
Una frase Leonardo da Vinci, il nostro italiano.
and this is the
La
mantra
semplicità l'ho
kept
detta
in
bene
mind
la
while
frase.
crafting and designing the G3. Just last year, its predecessor, the G2,
Lo sai, Leonardo da Vinci era un
innovative
scienziato.
design. So we wanted to build on this, learn from the lessons of G2 to perfect the design.
Hanno levato un po' i bordi, lo schermo è diventato più grande, però sembra
Create
la
a
stessa
design that
forma.
would not only look great, but feel great in your hand.
Mi sembra lo
I
stesso.
don't the display and the camera, and you'll be getting the hang of it now. I'd like to tell you of 3 ways in which the G3 design sets a new standard for style. Let me start the front of the G3. And it's love at first sight. A sleek, modern design that suggests understated style rather than shouting ostentatious opulence. And at the foot of the device, a flash of color that catches the eye and gives just a hint of the sophisticated finish found on the back. And this stylish finish continues on the inside. To match the sleek
Quindi
exterior,
vedete l'ora,
overhauled the
con quel
design
segno
of its
del
graphical
giro,
user interface.
cioè più semplice, con
When the
quello
screen turns on,
così.
the refined
Comunque vedete gli
GUI,
infoni secondo
the
me è
elegant
più bello che si vede così
they
con quella
complement
scritta
each
dell'orario
color
del
variant of the
modo.
phone to create
Che poi lo
streamlined
sbloccherai, però non so
experience.
come si blocca,
Let's take
non so,
a closer look to
sarà
see how
qualcosa
this
sblocca
new
il modello,
GUI
passando sul
concept
schermo.
of simple being the new.
Vediamo l'interfaccia utente, l'interfaccia grafica. Questo penso che andrà a noi parlare un po' altro.
Simple flat graphics.
Vediamo.
By minimizing ornamentation such as shadow
Questa è quella dei giochi.
can help users concentrate
Vedi
on
come se ne
the
sta andando e ritorna questa grafica che somiglia un po' alla quella di Android originale.
very light and
Android originale è un po' modificato.
graphic topography. Circle graphic motif. A circle, shown in LG logo, is a basic geometric shape that fundamentally has the perfect form. Using a circle as the graphic
Hanno un
motif,
pochettino reso le cose un po' più tonde, però quelli comunque sono ragazzi
the
sempre normali.
relationship between circular forms in the grid. By creating changes and accents on the horizontal
Questo qui va a
centers
cercare.
and composition, it allows us to achieve
Vorrei dire, da quando Apple ha dato quel segno di design, tutti ci stanno andando da presto. A partire da Samsung che con il suo S5 ha un po' rinnovato l'interfaccia grafica, rendendo più simile, c'è sempre un bel design flat. Adesso si aggiunge anche il LG, HTC, quindi tutto da Apple è iniziato questa interfaccia grafica.
By granting 4 major apps their own codes, we let
Qua
users
c'è una
intuitively
copertura
know which app
HTC.
they are
Sì,
using.
sì, vabbè, tutto lì, sì, è tutto lì, vedete quei segni, questi segni tutti flat, tutto lì.
Through simple motion effects, we added
Questi
richness
fondi.
to the graphic and increased usability.
Questa è l'interfaccia.
So, whether inside or out, the front aspect of the G3, first of the 3 design highlights that I'd like to cover, delivers simple style that enhances usability, strips out the unnecessary, and leaves us with
Allora,
an improved user experience.
semplice.
The second design attribute is G3's hidden curves. And although its buttonless sides certainly convey a clean, polished look, this is not style without substance. Its sleek curves weren't just intended to attract envious glances, far from it. The G3 design is the result of countless tests to find the ideal radius for a large screen smartphone, allowing us to overcome the often voiced concerns about the gripability of such big screen devices. No longer do handset size or user comfort have to be polar opposites. Through thoughtful design, we can show that even a 5.5-inch smartphone can be comfortable to hold. To understand the final design attribute, we need to look at the G3's back cover. The use of a metallic skin provides a sophisticated look and feel, whilst this matte overlay helps
metallica rispetto al G2 e G3.
And as you might
Ma
expect,
c'è anche una copertura del HTC, quella spazzola.
debuted on the G2 last year.
C'è anche una copertura, il metallo è spazzolato.
The height and angle
Come
of
anche
the
il
screen,
TM8.
as well as improving the materials.
Sì,
Insomma, questo LG G3 non è per male, perché è un grande telefono, almeno quello che sto vedendo. È un mix di tutto quello che hanno fatto. L'autofocus rapido S5.
Because again,
L'interfaccia flash
it's
da Apple.
style with substance.
Ma non è un male, però
Remove the unnecessary.
non è né caldo né freddo, non ci sono né novità né...
Thank you.
Vabbè, lui
Quindi
ha
adesso
parlato...
ancora può essere c'è qualche cosa che non è stata detta, tipo quello il G-Watch esisteva, non lo so.
No, non hanno mai presentato. Oggi lo presenteranno insieme a quelle altre nuove cuffie che da quello che ho visto erano fighissime, si tiravano
Sì, sì.
LG G3
come portare il G3 Stage.
Just leave it.
Hanno di questo semplicità, ecco, la metà non è che le 6 sì, no.
Simple is the new smart.
No, la HTC è la M8 che ha questo...
Però questa skin è stata utilizzata non proprio in metallo, però la verità è proprio dell'LG questo tipo di skin, mi ricordo. Con i tempi su L7, con il 7 prima, c'era una skin del genere dietro, però non era metallo. Andiamo alla parte viva.
Questa forse
Questa è un po' quella che è Samsung perché quando metti il stop ce l'aveva solo Samsung.
no, però c'è la possibilità di spostare la...
Sì, ma c'è sono fatti di Samsung.
No, non si può fare spostarla così a seconda dello schermo. Non puoi fluttuarla.
No, anche i pixel c'è per spostarla ora. Vedete che faccia lo stesso stile stato lo stesso tono. No, che forse avevo funzione di molto simile a quella di Samsung che è proprio nostra, il nostro, la di Samsung. Che Dio vuole, no, forse è la stessa cosa.
No, non ce l'hai.
No, entrare. La porta.
Allora è bella sta cosa.
Sì, sì.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andy Coughlin,
Non so chi è.
and I'd like to talk a little about user experience, and in particular, 3 new user experiences been introduced into G3, designed very much
Comunque
to
passiamo per
simplify your life. As we did with the core technologies of G3, here we have listened to our consumers and learned from them. We have developed adaptive technologies that learn from your habits, your usage patterns, and so on, in order that we can use smart technology to make life simple. To explain what I mean, let's look at each of these 3 brand new UX features in turn, namely Smart Keyboard, Smart Notice, and Smart Security. But first, let me ask you a question. What is the one thing that you do most on your smartphone? Well, according to recent behavioral research, the simple answer is typing. A Nielsen study showed that on average, we use our smartphone keyboard every 5 minutes. Without doubt, typing is the most frequently conducted activity on a smartphone. Yet despite this, very little attention has been given to improving the
Ragazzi,
usability
trovate poi
of
tutti gli articoli
of smartphone
riguardanti
manufacturers.
le
To me, it
G3
seems a little
sul
strange.
sito delle Tech.
We all have different sized fingers and hands, and our texting or typing habits are heavily
Ho visto
influenced
già
by our
due
physiology.
like
So surely this deserves some more of our
quando
attention,
riguarda il video.
and we have made some great improvements.
Penso qualche volta guarderanno anche direttamente dal
LG's Smart
sito.
Keyboard is all about added control, added convenience, and fewer
Vedo questa parte io, forse quella che diceva
Quella dice non c'è nessuno
Firstly,
ed è una cosa molto buona perché così possiamo adattare
when you use a typical QWERTY keyboard, you
la
might not
keyboard quando
notice how much
io
your thumbs move around the screen.
anche l'interfaccia rispetto a
When
quella
people
degli altri produttori.
vabbè la parte
Secondo me è carina come
quella
interfaccia.
normale è così quella più
As
vecchia.
they select suggested words or edit typos. People also tend to change the way
Sì,
they
una
type
volta
their phones as
flat,
they
cioè
move
proprio
between.
le
Guarda.
una volta più flat.
And these movements are a headache and a hindrance, and they are what slow down typing speed and create more errors. With G3, LG has redesigned the input method so that one's thumbs always remain within the keyboard whilst typing. For example, when you begin typing a word, 2 suggested words will appear above the keyboard. In order to select one of the suggested words, you simply swipe up on the keyboard with your left or right thumb. It's as simple as that.
Non vedo che non c'è
If you need to correct a typo, it's less of a chore with G3.
Ah, forse già scegli facendo
Rather
direttamente
than
quella
having to
distorsione
adjust your fingers on the
tipo quella
phone,
cosa
all you
esatta.
need to do is simply long press the spacebar, and the text you want to edit will appear above the keyboard with a flashing cursor. By long pressing and swiping on the spacebar, you can position the cursor to edit any word you want. Now, as well as minimizing hand movements, LG has also made an effort to minimize vertical eye movement. That's the rapid movement of one's eyes from the keyboard to the input area. So, for example, when typing a word, it will appear bigger and more noticeable so that you can comfortably keep your eyes on the keyboard, easily recognizing what you are typing. Beyond just improving the layout of the keyboard, Smart Keyboard also adds more customization capabilities. And this is the second way in which it helps optimize typing and put you in control. With Smart Keyboard, you can easily change the height of your keyboard to fit your hands. You can also select and change frequently used symbols at the bottom of the keyboard for easier access.
Però figa, se presentano così regolari.
Smart Keyboard will also incorporate memorize your typing habits and provide you with a more intuitive, more accurate typing experience. But just more accurate.
La pressione touch si prende anche dalle dita, se avete un dito enorme, la precisione non può essere precisa. Se avete un dito giusto, normale, quella è la precisione.
So faster typing with fewer typos, thanks to reduced hand and eye movements, along with smart touch technology that learns how you type. There's no mistaking the fact that LG's Smart Keyboard is simply convenient.
Ecco, un video. Ragazzi, questi cose avete gli spot che andranno.
Just type.
Sicuramente come già su YouTube.
Well, I've got potatoes and tons, so I think this application is going to prove pretty useful to myself. So the second user experience we want to highlight on G3 is Smart Notice. As you well know, smartphones are increasingly becoming adept at presenting us with information before we even search for it. Whether it's to find the best restaurants, getting directions, or getting the latest traffic update, we're now accustomed to information services that make suggestions. So with Smart Notice, LG wanted to take this in a different direction. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. Existing services are very good. And we didn't want to provide notifications that are already easily obtained through a simple internet or map search. Instead, LG wanted to provide smart notifications that let you get more control out of your phone, keep it performing optimally, and ensure you remain in contact with the people who matter most. Prompts that help you avoid questions like, did I have a call that I need to call back, or how do I free up more memory on my smartphone? At LG, we believe that it's our role to offer smart usability in our phones, and not just that, but smart usability that helps simplify your life. And that's why Smart is like a personal assistant. It not only offers basic alerts such as time, location, events, and phone condition, but also analyzes these to provide valuable information at the right time. It's a great example of simple being the new smart, a clever solution that can simplify your life in, you guessed it, 3 ways. Firstly, Smart Notice offers tips based on your user behavior. For example, if you're in a meeting and you get a call, it's pretty standard to reply to the caller with a text message, letting them know that you'll return the call later. However, as you go about the rest of your day, it's all too easy to completely forget about that call you needed to make. G3 goes a step further by notifying you that you haven't yet returned the call. Similarly, if you forget to add a friend to your address book, G3 will send an alert asking if you would like to add that person to your contact list. It's your call whether you do or not, of course. But either way, Smart Notice puts you in control of your contacts. Secondly, you'll also get tips based on your phone's status. You may not remember the files you've downloaded or that app that you no longer use, but G3 does. It informs you through smart cleaning if there are certain apps or files you haven't used recently, and asks whether you'd like to free them to free up more memory space on your phone. And what if you could have someone keep an eye on your battery life? If your battery is running a bit low, the G3 is clever enough to remind you to put it into battery saving mode. And thirdly, G3 even gives you tips based on your location. Yes, there are already weather apps that automatically search for your current location and offer you weather information in real time. But G3 even rains on their terrain. It can alert you to big changes in weather conditions throughout the day. You might want to take an umbrella. Okay, so this is going to be the answer.
Che in pratica ci consiglierà anche la mattina se deve prendere l'ombrello o no per andare perché sa che potrebbe piovere, quindi una specie di Siri o assistente vocale, chiamiamolo così, integrato in versione notifiche, quindi molto intelligente.
That's intended to simplify your life. That's what makes G3 simply clever. How to make G3, how to make your life smarter with G3? Just enjoy. I need some technology to make me smarter, and it's coming. I mentioned 3 new user experiences, and the last of these is smart security. It goes without saying that smartphones are an integral part of our lives.
Ora si parlerà di sicurezza.
They contain all sorts of personal and confidential information.
Come abbiamo detto prima.
This
Non manca anche questa versione di LG G3 però più potenziato, più
if your phone gets lost or stolen.
Guarda, da pensare come se saranno una specie di cosa che ha fatto Samsung, dove ci sarà anche l'utente ospite che potrà controllare la sua comunicazione.
So to address this and help provide peace of mind, LG has developed 3 core security measures. Not code, content lock, and kill switch, all of which will be available to you in G3. We introduced the first of these, not code, earlier in the year.
La sicurezza, sicuramente quando ci sarà questa funzione, oppure dal CD,
the screen into
dietro, una specie di CD all'Apple.
Ecco, il knock code.
Questo è il knock code che è conosciuto da sempre.
Simply put, not code combines wake up
il solito codice che fare gli LG, sono le LG.
What's more, not code
l'invenzione che è conosciuto, se ci vedono tutti.
As you can enter your code anywhere on the screen.
Quindi con questo codice per sbloccare il
Not code is
vostro
much more than a unique way to unlock your phone. With more than 80,000 possible not code combinations, it's one of the most secure means of protecting content on your phone.
Moreover,
because the not code leaves a visible or detectable pattern on the phone screen, it is more difficult for others to duplicate.
C'è l'S5.
So intuitive to use, with so many unlock combinations, LG code technology is simply safe. In addition, G3 will still let you use the more straightforward knock-on solution, and then double tap to wake up the phone and check basic information such as the time, and to unlock your phone, conscious lock. Of course, peace of mind is not only about preventing people from accessing your phone. There are times when we want to share our phone with others so that they can make a call or whatever, but still keep certain data secure. With such instances in mind, LG developed Content Lock. Very simply, this allows a G3 to keep locked photos and videos hidden from public view. Even when it's connected to a PC, G3 does more than just hide the files on the phone. It keeps locked files visible, but prevents them from being previewed using a 128-bit encryption algorithm. You can even store your encoded files on an SD card, something which other applications don't allow. Safe in the knowledge that the only person who can unlock these is you. So your personal files are simply safer with G3. Well, what if somebody decides they like your G3 just a little bit too much? Well, here in London, over 30,000 smartphones were reported stolen in the last 12 months alone. To address this issue, LG has added a kill switch to the G3. It allows you to disable your G3 remotely so that personal information is not compromised. It offers remote wipe, remote lock, and most importantly, makes your phone permanently unusable to give you complete peace of mind, and puts the ball firmly back in your court. With kill switch, content lock, and knock code standard, the LG G3 makes peace of mind a piece of cake. No wonder we believe it to be simply safer. How to easily keep LG G3 secure? Just what? You can see what we're doing with these short hands, just showing that great technology can be very, very easy to access. Okay, last but not least, every Batman needs its Robin. Every great device.
Tutti i prodotti che si possono abbinare a questo G3, quindi
da questi sono i prodotti che oggi presenteranno, quindi vediamo il
quick circle case offers great protection and one-tap access to frequently used functions. The highly portable wireless charger promises hassle-free battery management and works even if the quick circle case is fitted. Add to this LG's new Tone Infinium Bluetooth stereo headset, which looks and sounds every bit as good as it looks.
Vedete un po' i prodotti anche compatibili, perché ci sono di queste cuffie che dovete addosso. Il prodotto
answer incoming calls and messages from your phone directly on the keypad.
Le chiamate, wireless, il G-Pad.
And lastly, connect your G3 or any phone running Android 4.3 or higher for that matter to the upcoming G-Watch. Receive useful information you needed. G3's development is based on our learning for you principle, and through passionate and continuous research, which has enabled us to offer complex mobile technologies to simplify your lives. A screen so true to life that you think you're looking at the real thing. A simply amazing camera with OIS Plus and laser autofocus, both housed in an uncluttered and simply stylish design. Complemented with a new user experience that is simply convenient, simply clever, and makes your mobile life simply safer. So advanced technologies that simplify our lives. You can see that with the new G3 from LG, simple really is the new smart. Thank you and good evening.
Finito. Ora sicuramente qualcun altro che parlerà della parte hardware, che non si è ancora parlato. Vedremo questo processore, se sarà uno Snapdragon 801, come girerà, se hanno potenziato, come Apple è stato fatto bit.
That sees better,
Questo è andato foto.
sounds clearer, and captures those precious moments like.
No, si guarda di fotogrammi.
Of course,
No.
in the
Vedere
simplest
un po'
way,
tutto le funzionalità.
but it's not as simple as you think. Simplifying our lives is one of the hardest challenges we face. Yes, it's hard, yet not impossible. Get ready for something totally different. You've never seen anything like it before. Simple is the new smart. LG G3.
L'ho finito, ora secondo me presenteranno gli altri prodotti.
O voi avete prodotto oppure la parte hardware, perché
già siamo a un'ora, quindi
sì, la parte con hardware non è che hanno detto molto riguardante
LG's G3
riguardante la parte hardware, cioè si parleranno. Comunque questa cosa dice, vediamo cosa.
We would now like to invite you to experience the LG G3 for yourselves, so you can see, hear, and feel what simple is the new smart truly means. Have a lovely evening and goodbye.
Ok Ok ragazzi, la conferenza...
No, non penso
sì.
No.
Tutti si sono andati.
Ancora non devo aspettare G-Watch, G3.
No, dai fine, un'oretta e un'ora e 18 minuti. Ora tutti stanno andando a guardare, ovviamente.
Vabbè, sicuro ora prepareranno tutti
tutti gli smartphone. Noi subito avremo 3 articoli, prenderemo penso dai gadget, perché loro sono sempre presenti a queste conferenze, anche offrono delle immagini pulite e riescono subito a mandare le notizie. Quindi ragazzi, penso che questo live streaming finisce qui. Niente, troviamo adesso tutti gli articoli riguardanti questo G3, tutte le novità. Vi ricordiamo che avremo un prossimo live streaming per quanto riguarda italytech.net. L'appuntamento va al WWDC 2014 il 2 giugno alle ore, noi cominceremo penso alle 18:30. Questo è il live blog, quindi notizie più scritte, qualche video si farà veloce se riusciamo a caricarlo. Comunque ci vediamo alle 18:30, quindi il 2 giugno 2014. La presentazione, la sequenza di noi sotto, e se riusciamo ad averlo faremo scoprire tutte le bete, vi terremo aggiornati, e anche sul nuovo X 10.10 che si uscirà, ma quasi sicuro.
LG G3. Queste cuffie che sono veramente, guardate che figo, queste cuffie che si ritirano, giuro che se le riesco a trovare sono mie, e niente.
Allora, questi sono i colori, quindi ragazzi, l'appuntamento va al 2 giugno 2014. Ciao ragazzi.
Insomma, riassumiamo un pochettino, questo quasi è finito.
Sì, è finito tutto ormai.
Riassumiamo un pochettino cosa riassumiamo un pochettino, vabbè, qua è finito.
LG G3.
Moltissimi commenti al secondo.
Sì.
Va bene, allora, quindi riassumiamo un pochettino. Quelle più interessanti sono, secondo me, nella parte nella parte software, perché non ci sono molte caratteristiche, cioè non fa né caldo né freddo. In che senso? Non è come iPhone 5S con altre cose, però secondo me la cosa che mi piace tanto è questo laser, che io di solito quando vado a basket, queste qua, faccio sempre foto in movimento, tipo, vabbè, così, però questo laser, secondo me, se funziona veramente, è un'innovazione, come abbiamo visto precedentemente. Insomma, che dire, aspettiamo le prime recensioni, aspettiamo il prossimo, altre prossime cioè presentazioni dell'LG con il G-Watch, il G-Pad, che io mi aspettavo che le presentassero oggi. Anche oggi è il LG G3 Day,
quindi certo. Allora ragazzi, tutti gli articoli su italytech.net, c'è un articolo così proprio fatto di fretta sulla presentazione, dopo gli approfondimenti con tutte le foto che riusciremo a recepire subito, quindi
sicuro io ve lo dico prima, negli altri blog troverete già le recensioni
dai blog americani, noi ovviamente li tradurremo tutti,
ma anche in quelli italiani c'è già chi è andato lì a...
no, comunque noi li faremo sicuramente avere tutte prima possibile, perché prima delle pubbliche americane poi gli italiani.
Vabbè, comunque grazie a chi ci ha seguito, grazie a chi ha perso questa oretta, diciamo perso, ma a chi si è divertito, perché secondo me sono state presentate novità veramente buone. Questo è tutto per italytech.net qui al live blog. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao ragazzi.